Hi. Hello. Hi again. Few different faces, another one organization. So we really put a lot of effort to get it here. A lot of paperwork, association works to get everything done, and we're happy and proud about how people are working here. And I hope you have heard about this IEEE, right? Everybody pretty much know about it. So it's Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers. It's an engineers forum, and we will be mostly motivating here to promote engineering work from the computer science perspective, so computer engineering kind of thing. So we're starting with a speech today. It would not be like ACM all the time, so we're going to have more ideas, more people to work with us, so that we can do really a lot of different things over the time, maybe workshops, including robots and networks and more engineering stuff. We are thinking of field trips as well, but everything is on the plan. People are really working hard, and we're going to be seeing really better days, I think, over the time. At this moment, I'm acting as the chair. Debraj is acting as the vice chair. Guangming is acting as the publicity chair. Shatish is our secretary. And Dinesh, who is our speaker today, he is our webmaster. So he is handling the web job really well. If Dinesh, you can show the web page of our chapter, our branch, how to go there and how to find us.
Okay, so if you go to the GSU homepage, we have a direct URL, but this will be easier initially.
Yeah. We go to our department homepage, and then we go to resources, forms, and organizations.
Resources and forms, and then organizations there.
If you go to that link, and then
you will find us. GSU student branch. And if you can remember, this is us, IEEE.cs.gsu.edu.
So this is where we're going to post our event news or any kind of upcoming activities or everything. We have every other information noted. You could be our member in this session for free. We are just starting this, so we want student support to join and really give us motivation to grow bigger. And maybe next year we may put some membership to run this with a, in a better shape. So at this moment, so grab your chance and please go there. There's an online form, so if you fill out your information, you could be our member. If you're a member, you will be included in the mailing list, and you will be having all the information into your account, your email account. So that's an easier way to get to know us, and we'll get to know you as well. So we'll list your name in the members page. At this moment, we have 80+ members, and thanks for the support and everything. We're really happy about how things are going on. We have also collected quite a bit of funding to run events. At this moment, our plan is to run 4 events for this semester. This is the first one. And second event is IEEE representative from the Southeast of America is coming on 9th. Jalen Kelly is coming on 9th. 11 to 12, that's being scheduled. We don't have a room confirmation yet because it's a very hectic schedule to book the room right now. So we are trying to work on it. And after that, we are planning for 2 more events. And definitely we are planning for a field trip, and you guys will get to know. So please go to our webpage and try to put your name and email address so that we can find you and try to notify you. So anyway, let's not waste more time today. Dinesh is going to speak about how to build your own webpage in 30 minutes. So let's welcome Dinesh. And at the end of the event, as usual, as we do with ACM chapter, we're going to have some door prize, which will be one lucky person who attends this will win this. So you have collected your coupon, I guess. Everybody has their coupon who's sitting here. You don't want to miss out your chance. Okay, there's one person missing out. So we're going to give a wireless charger. So in this IEEE event, we're going to promote a engineering technology oriented, we're going to introduce engineering technology oriented a door prize so that we could be related in that notion. So please give it a big hand for Dinesh. He's going to talk about video. Thank you.
That's, by the way, a wireless charger.
Yeah,
it's pretty useful. So you can charge your devices without any wire. So one of you lucky guys who wins. By the way, when I said that you can build your website in 30 minutes, I really meant it. This website, the IEEE website, honestly, the officers are not listening to this. I made it in 30 minutes. It took me 15 minutes to develop the website, 10 minutes to make this logo, and then get it approved by everyone that, okay, this looks fine. And then 5 minutes to satisfy myself that it's okay. So it actually takes that long if you know what you're going to do with your website. So basically, the tool that I use, I will call it a tool, is called Drupal. It's an open source software. and it's very well supported by the community members. There are like hundreds of thousands of people who work with Drupal, and then they keep adding stuff to it, so that, for instance, if you need something new, you build it, and then you think that, okay, someone else might use it, so they push it there. Oh, hey, I made this, and then you can use it from now onwards. So no reinventing the wheel. So you can go there and then download it from there. So download and extend. They have different versions coming up, and whenever there is some virus or something, they give you a new security feature that, okay, apply this, and then your website is still secure. So it's continuously updated. New modules are being added to it, and you don't need any permission or license or anything. You just download it, use it. Just make sure that you contribute to the community. So if you build something new, just give it back to us so that we can benefit from your experience. Okay, so without much ado, let's go towards our goal, which is making a website. So to make a website, what do you need? You need some web space where you are going to host your files, right? Second thing is that you need a web server. So a web server is basically a tool or a service that runs on the server side where you are going to host your files, basically. Hosting is what we call it. And then when someone queries, for instance, someone says cs.gsu.edu, it goes to some web server and says, okay, this guy is looking for this page, let me serve him this page. That's why it's called a web server. So you need a web server, and then to store the data that you are going to put on your website, for the files you need space like on a hard disk. For the content that you have here, you need to store it in a database. So you need a database. So basically we need three things. A server, a web server, which in my case is Apache. Then you need a database, which here we are going to use MySQL. And then, what was the third thing? Drupal. Obviously you need Drupal, right? So basically what people do is that they have a software called LAMP for Linux. Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. And then there is MAMP for if you Mac user. So MAMP is Mac, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. And then similarly for Windows, they have WAMP, Windows, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. So you can download it. I guess that's also free. For Mac, it's free. I don't know about other operating systems. It's still free, right?
It's all
yeah.
open
So it's
source.
free. You just download it, you install it, and then you get something like this once you have installed it. So that's the MAMP window that I have. And as you can see, there are green lights here. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we have those green lights, which means both of my servers are running. So my Apache server is running, and my MySQL server is running too. So now the first thing that you will do is to create a database. So what we are going to do is that we are going to create a website in this session. That website will be up. You guys will be able to browse through that website and browse through the pages, create new content, okay? So the first step is to create a database. So let me open the start page, which is this one. I'll go to PHP myadmin. Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
Fine, right? Okay, so you go to PHP myadmin, which is an interface so that you do not have to code anything. You can just use it to create new databases. So I'll create a new database here. What do you want to call it? We are cool, right? So let's call the database cool. And I'm going to create this. It's created. Okay. Now I'll go to the privileges because I do not want to give access to the root user to everyone. So I'll create a new user. So I'll go click on add a new user. I'll create a username, which again is cool. Then I want to use localhost because I'll be hosting on my machine locally for right now. Password is 123456. That's my password. 123456. And then you hit go. The user has been added. So if you look here, okay, so there's this user cool, and it's hosted on the local host. That's let's go to databases again. This is a database that we are going to work with, and it says no tables found. So we didn't create any table. We did not do anything with the database. We just created a clean new database, right? Okay, we are done here. Now, what I'm going to do is that I have this Drupal downloaded. So I download it in advance, and I have kept all the files that you will get when you download it in this folder. I'm going to copy these files, and so if you see preferences, it says that this is the URL of the start page. So that is where I should keep all my files. So for Mac, I'll be going to Applications, MEM, and htdocs. So this is basically your installation directory. For instance, if you are on Windows, you'll have something like C drive, program files, and then there you'll have the folder MEM. And under that folder, you'll have something similar to this. Here you'll have a folder called htdocs, which is your HTML documents. Now here, see, I already have a few websites installed on this machine. So I'm going to create a new website. So what I do usually for that, I create a new folder, and I will call it cool, right? That's our website. And then I'll put all the files here. I can also use the same files from my desktop, but it's easier, right? And then it'll be easier for you to follow what I'm doing. So I copied all the files that came with Drupal to this folder. Now, the next step would be, I need to tell Drupal that, okay, the files are here, you know where are the files, but my database is that one, right? So for that, what you do, inside this folder, you'll have a folder called sites. Then you have another folder called default. And then there you have a file, settings.php. When you download it, this file will be called defaults.settings.php. All you have to do is rename it to settings.php. Then you open it. I'll open it with a text editor. Any text editor will do. And find this line where it says db_URL equals. Right? Now this is for some other website. I'm going to change it. What was our username? Cool, right? The password was 123456. Yeah. What was the database name? Cool, right? Isn't that cool? Okay, it's asking for my password. Okay, so I stored everything here. I saved it. Where did I save it? Let's make sure that everything is right. Okay. Looks good? Yeah. See, it actually tells you how should it be. For instance, if you're using PostgreSQL, in that case, you'll put the information in this folder. So this string will change to this one. If you're using MySQL, you use this one. So first one would be your username, colon, password at localhost. Or this could be your host if you are hosting your MySQL database on some external host. In that case, you can say, okay, http www.yahoo.com/MySQL server. And then here is your database name. Okay. And we are done with this. Now, what we are going to do is, I'll go here and I'll go cool. Let's see what happens. Cool. That's what happens, right? Let me see if we can access this.
Install PHP.
Okay. So what I was trying to do is that usually what it says is that when you do that, it says that there is nothing in the database, but it's fine. We can live with that. So you go to install.php. So when you go to install.php, it will give you the options. Do you want to install Drupal in English, or do you want to learn how to install it in some other languages? But you probably will go with English. So you click on this, it will start installing. Done. You need to give your website a name. Let me call it this is cool, right? Site email address would be cool. I'll just use Marinator. username should be cool, right? What else could it be? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is for clean URLs. We'll come there in a minute. Some people prefer it clean, some people don't prefer it. The URLs, I mean. And then this is, so if you check this box, if you leave it checked, in that case, whenever there is a new update, it will tell you that there is something new that you can update. So for instance, if there is a security patch that someone found how to compromise the security of your server, then the community members will work on it and then they'll give you, hey, just update this file. There was a whole security hole in your website. You know. Okay, so save and continue. Drupal installation complete. You may now visit your new site. So let's go there. Hey, your website is ready. Doesn't look very nice, but your website is ready. This is your website. Okay, now let's make it cool, right?
Cool.
Okay. So the first thing is what? What would you like to do with your website? What's the first thing that you want to do?
Change the colors.
Change the colors? Okay.
Put content. Put suggestions.
Logos.
Okay. What do you see when you go to a website? What do you call that page?
Homepage.
Home page.
Yeah.
What's our home page? This one? Nah, not cool, right? So let's create a home page.
But it says
So you, well, it says, yeah, you know computers, right? Create content.
it's lying to us.
Yeah, if you want to be betrayed, try online dating. Okay, create a page and then, so you give it a title, which is your homepage title. What would you want it to be? Fullest homepage? Nice. I like that. How about this? Okay.
Wow.
You were feeling lucky, weren't you?
It
Right?
has to be a capital U. In the universe. We're breaking the pattern.
My bad. Okay? Okay, so I'm not touching anything else, just this much, and I'm gonna hit save. That's a page on your website. It's not your home page yet, but hey, that's a page on your website. Are you guys connected to internet here?
Yeah.
I don't know what network you're on, but let me do something cool. You can access this website. Let me find this my IP address. So
I'm not sure it was.
Now it's going to give some unpaid hours.
let me see if it works this way.
It'll work.
Okay, this one. And then what was the website say? Okay, we need to change her. Okay, right? So if you point your browser to that URL, you'll see the same website. We don't have a name yet. I can do that, but that's not part of this.
Yeah,
process.
the cat chat, it doesn't allow internal communication.
Okay, yeah, well, that's the problem.
He's working. No, he's working.
Got it?
I got it
It's
here.
working? It's working? Hey, that's cool. Okay, let me move on with this. So we have a home page, but it's, so what page did you see there? You didn't see this page, right?
Same.
So we need to tell Drupal that this is my home page.
Oh, okay.
Now for that, what you need to do is either you can remember this, that this is the address of your home page. It's called node/1, but that is not cool. So what we are going to do, okay, let me just use this first and then we'll come back to that later. So you, yeah, my bad. Okay, so from here, whenever you have to change some setting about your website, you go to the administer section. There. So you have a menu item, which is administer. You click on that, and it will take you to the administration section of Drupal. Here you have a bunch of options, which even I don't know what are they. but few of them are useful. For instance, site information. So you click on that, and then it lets you change the basic information about your website. For instance, you can change the name of your website, the email address. If you want to put a slogan or a mission, for instance, slogan should be what? IEEE. I love IEEE. How about that? And L should be capital, right? Okay. And my home page should be what? Node/1, right? So that's where you set it. Default front page. So that's what you want it to be, Node/1. Then you hit save configuration. You did it, and if Adrian refreshes that page, you'll see the home page. So this is our home page now. Cool? Now, let me show you what else is not cool. So here, what you can do is that you can type HTML code, and then it will appear on your website. But typing HTML is so 2005, right? So let's go to administer modules, right? So there is an item called modules. So what are modules? Modules are like plugins. For instance, if you have a browser called Mozilla Firefox, so you get a plugin like this is Grease Monkey and it will run scripts, or this is from boot.com and it will tell you when there is a good deal, right? So those kind of plugins. So similarly, we have modules here with Drupal. So, and most of these modules are contributed. So someone built them and then they thought that, oh, this is cool, so let me put it back to the community. So we had it. So that's, there are like hundreds of thousands of modules that you can use. You name it and you have a module for that. There is nothing in the application store which is not on the Drupal community. So you find everything that you need. Okay, so we want a good editor, don't we? So let me just search for editor because there are so many modules. Did I press it? Did you see it somewhere?
Maybe it didn't come with it.
Okay, so if we don't have it, you know what we have to do? We can just grab it from the website, right? But I thought I had it. Let me just make sure that we don't have it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that we don't have that module yet. So what am I going to do is I'll download it from somewhere and I'll add it to my website. So see how cool is that? Drupal.org. And then you go to download instant modules. And then here you say CK editor.
What you see is what you get.
Yeah, WYSIWYG is what you see is what you get. So I have this module here, and I can download it from here. So I'm not using Drupal 7. So they recently released Drupal 7, but what happens is when someone moves to the new version, there are so many changes that not every module that was there is compatible with the new version. So people eventually get there, but you don't want to jump on that bandwagon initially, right? Because there are only so many modules that will work with it. So that's why I'm using 6.x right now. And then when they have most of the modules working with Drupal 7, I'll upgrade to Drupal 7. Okay, so I just downloaded it somewhere. I'm using Safari. So I didn't want to show you guys what I Well, I'm a PhD student, you can see.
Oh, red snow.
See?
You know what that's for.
That's fine. I'm worried about the pizza.
It's for cracking iPhones.
I think you didn't press download button.
Yeah, you never actually hit
I am.
Yeah, you need to try it again.
Right. Okay. Oh, my bad. Okay. Which one? Okay, now we have it. So I'm gonna copy it from here, and then we'll go to the same place where all our websites are there. So go applications, remember, mem, htdocs, cool, and then there will be a folder called modules.
This is just Peachtree.
What are you talking about?
Modules are written in
Yeah,
Peachtree.
PHP.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
it doesn't
we have it
matter.
here, right? So now I have to enable it. So
So it won't matter
that's
the
very
operating
difficult.
system.
All you have to do is just refresh it, and then that should have appeared here. Here, see that?
Yay.
That was easy, right? You just download it, put it in your file, and refresh your list. And then you hit
What is that?
save configuration.
What does this do?
Huh? We'll see. So
this
now
is-
I'm going to click on edit. And nothing happens.
You can't say excluding or including.
Huh?
You didn't include it.
Just go to the.
No, it
Shift is on
should
my-
work right away.
Update. Get the update.
Okay, let me see. It's not installed correctly. Well, we can live without it, right? I can
missing
show you what happens there.
You need to send it.
I think I uploaded that one here.